Chairman, members of the committee, my name is Debbie Westlake, Westlake, and I would like to begin by thanking you all as members of this committee. I'm certain none of us here envy this monumental task you have placed upon your own shoulders by taking this on, and I, for one, am greatly appreciative. Many of you are aware of my case with Child and Family Services and how a 5-hour ER visit while my son was in school resulted in his removal from school and never being allowed to return home again, not even for a supervised visit. After the department dragged our case out past the 15-month cutoff, the same judge who had ordered the department to fast-track my son home and had praised had stated throughout the case that I was obvious I loved my son, would never harm him, and was certainly looking out for his best interests, applauding me for doing so, terminated my parental rights, leaving me to face a life sentence without my son, even though I had done nothing wrong. On a side note, I would also like it known that while seeking to declare me unfit to raise my own child, the department exposed my son to a pedophile who worked for them, who is currently serving 80 years on incest charges. But it's not my case I'm here to speak of. As a child and family rights advocate over the past several years, I have witnessed several disturbing incidents. I witnessed a 2-day-old newborn removed from the mother before the mother was ever released from the hospital for, quote, unwillingness to cooperate with this department. Since when is that evidence or a pattern of abuse of neglect? The mother had done nothing wrong. She simply wanted crucial bonding time with her child and to recuperate. Instead of recognizing and honoring that, the department immediately took her child and she was basically kicked out of the hospital. In another overreaching case, I have personal knowledge. A child was allowed to move across country with a foster parent several months ago, yet the department has never given the proper documentation to do so. This isn't the only child in other states, supposedly being supervised by Montana CFS. There are numerous children at groups facilities across the country. Many children in these facilities are left to falter in unfamiliar surroundings with no support once they age out of care. Many of these children turn to life of crime and drugs in order to simply survive. Thankfully, I do not foresee that for this child, but you never know.
Ma'am, 1 minute.
Intolerably, there's a current case where the department is using the father's First Amendment right to speak freely against him and has removed his child because he testified and presented evidence to this committee a few months ago. Flat refusing to even look at that evidence, the judge immediately sided with the department, saying the fact that his booklet even existed proved this father was guilty of parental alienation. Most egregiously, in the last 4 years I was able to find data for 2016 through 2019, 57 children have died under the protection of this department. I will repeat that. 57 children have died under the supervision of Child and Protective Services. Keeping children safe and families strong, that is the mission statement of this Child and Family Services. Unfortunately, that is not the position of far too many families involved with them. It has been our experiences that repeatedly demonstrate otherwise. The recent legislative audit states they audited 70 cases from 2019. Out of 70, they were able to review 50 included a protection plan which documents immediate danger. From those 50 cases, 64% were incomplete. Can I continue?
Your time is up, ma'am. If Chairman Staffman would like to let you go on, that's his prerogative, but your time is up.
From those 64% were incomplete. In Region 1, 50% of the time the plan was unavailable and 100% were incomplete. Of the safety plan, which documents which the department should and the families should take to reunify children, 41%, in all cases the children had been removed, yet 41% had no safety plan whatsoever.
Ma'am, we're going to have to move on, but if you have this in writing, you're welcome to submit that,
Yes,
and we
sir.
will
Thank
take
you.
a look at it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next.